Hello, District Manager. My name is Bennett Levine, and it's a pleasure to finally meet with you online. I would shake your hand, but due to these circumstances, I cannot do that. I've been working on this plan for a while, and I'm really excited to finally propose it to you. Here at Fast Shop, we are a convenience store. We are the closest retailer to the Summer Soccer Complex, which is hosting a regional youth summer soccer tournament. 100 youth will be attending, meaning it is our job to serve the needs of these soccer youth. Before I go into my plan, I just created a quick SWOT analysis just to say and show our circumstances. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Our biggest strength is that we're the nearest convenience store, meaning that we have to be amply prepared to serve these kids. Our biggest weakness is that if we happen to not have everything, sales may disappoint. But that will not be the plan with my plan. Our biggest opportunity is sales, deals, and more. And the biggest threat is that people sell things at the complex and overall outserve us, but that will not be possible due to our plans and the fact that I limit that, which I will show later. Our goal is to order additional stock of products that the attendees will need, and I will give a list of product inventory, ideal placement, and merchandising. Now, going on to planning stock. Stock is goods and services that are available for direct sale out of the store. Right now, we got to place importance on 4 utilities. The time utility, making sure we have it at the right time. The place utility, making sure we have it at the right place at our specific location and store. The form utility, meaning we have the best updated products that will give the best quality to all the soccer players and everyone around them. And finally, the possession utility, which is the utility in which you transfer the product from the seller to the buyer. I want to focus on 4 things in terms of stock. I want to focus on getting more of what we have, newer items, services, and collaboration, which I will go into deeper in my presentation. So now, talking about more of what we have, we want to make sure we have power drinks, power bars, protein, food. I wanted to find a way to team up with the nearest deli in which they would set out a stand outside of our store and they would sell to all the soccer players coming into our store for other products, and we would get a percentage of that product. Collaborations is going to be an important topic and a theme throughout my entire presentation. I think if we can get a deli to go outside and serve these kids, we will make money, they will make money, everyone will be happy. Second, the newer items, the soccer items. We need to make sure that we have soccer balls, soccer pumps, shin guards, jerseys, pennies. We need to make sure that we have wraps for the arms. We need to make sure we have everything possible to serve their needs. I think what we should do is we should find someone and send them to a sporting goods store and look at all the soccer related items, and we should buy stock in the most popular and the best items for those. Overall, we have to make sure that we don't have too much because most people won't be buying them outside of this weekend. Second, we want to make sure we have services. I wanted to team up with the local hospital, the doctor, and the medic in order to serve people outside. This will not only attract people to come if there are injuries, but if they're already here, they might already buy some of the goods that we are selling in our store. I think if we could take a little cut of what they make as a doctor and a medic outside of our store, I think that would be great. I mean, the biggest thing is collaboration, which I'm going to be talking to next. We have to make sure we reach all the demographics. It is important to collab with the ones around us. For example, I talked specifically about the deli. I talked about the doctors. I talked about the medic. I mean, this is super important to collaborate. It's been shown in McDonald's and Wendy's, these stores, if they collaborate, they might be with more famous people, but if we collaborate with local brands and increase our credibility, our pathos, it would be a lot better. That is just my opinion. Also, I forgot to mention that I think we should sell newer and fun items at the cash register for other kids that are not so interested in soccer if they happen to be coming by. I mean, what about the little brother of the soccer player? We have to make sure we hit all demographics, Gen Z, little kids, moms, dads, everyone that will be attending. Now, I'm going to be talking about cross-merchandising techniques. Cross-merchandising techniques are when you bundle or place items together to drive sales higher. I want to implement the following plans and ideas. I want to hit the soccer demographic by selling a pack of cards with every purchase. You get a free pack of cards with every purchase. Every kid's going to be like, Mom, Dad, please, we need this. We want this. I really want this food. They'll get that soccer plant. We might lose a little bit of money of spending for the packs, but we'll gain all the money back in the increase of sales as projected. As I ran an analysis on Excel, our sales are projected to increase just 50% from this soccer card plan. We want to collaborate with food. We want to collaborate with food people. We want to collaborate with medics, like I was talking about earlier in our stock. We need to put them together and we need to create joint stock. We need to create a joint resolution where we collaborate. And then my biggest idea is we collaborate with a startup business, meaning this business, whether it's related to athletics or soccer, will set up a stand outside our mini mart. We're going to make our mart and convenience store look the best. We're going to have the best product placement, the best everything. We're going to have stands outside. It's going to be so bright. Everyone's going to be attracted to it just by driving by. We're going to have the startup business outside and pitch to everyone, especially the soccer demographic. I think it's important to help out the community, especially the startup business, and we can get a percentage of profit, or we can get a percentage of how much it costs to set up outside. If we're just getting a little bit of percentage here and there from delis, from medics, from the startup plan, it'll be like a little fair outside of our convenience store. I think that's really ideal and perfect. Now, I'm going to talk about place merchandise for impact. I want to focus on the specific place and form utilities, which I talked about later. And now, this is my biggest idea. I think that we should collab with the Summer Soccer Complex. I think that we should set up a small pop-up shop near the Summit Soccer Complex. And we should get customers to look at the pop-up shop, look at the items we're selling, look how good our customer service is, look how good quality the items is, just get a little bit of a feel for the store. So by the time that they see that they don't have everything we need at this little pop-up shop, they will come down to our store. We could say, how did you come here? They say, boom, the Summer Complex. They come to the store. Everything will work out perfectly. This joint resolution between us and the Summit Soccer Complex, we can give them a slight bit of our profits if they say that they came from the pop-up shop at the Summer Complex. It will make everyone happy. We will get definitely more sales. And now, moving on to placing merchandise. We have to put them at the front of the store near the cash register. Obviously, that impulse point of purchase buying behavior is super important. This could work for soccer balls, pumps, knee pads, everything, soccer packs, anything soccer related, we put at the front. This like buying behavior will motivate them to buy the additional things, and that will where our additional profit will come. Through running the Excel like I was talking about earlier, approximately 15% of our profits just come from selling at the front of the store, and this will majorly increase if we add more soccer items and we hit the demographics perfectly. Also, I was thinking we can maybe create a soccer kite of mascot. We could talk about our convenience store, and we could convey that into a mascot, maybe like a slushie or something, but with a soccer ball head. That's just an idea I came up off the top of my head. But I think if we had a mascot, it could draw kids, it could draw parents, it could draw everyone way easier. Now, I'm going to distinguish between visual merchandising and display. Visual merchandising is the image of the store to the customers, meaning the store layout, the interior, the exterior, the cash register area, the floor, the interior, the exterior, the colors, the lightings, the graphics, everything. This includes the mascot if we have it. This is super important. It's our store as a whole. If we have this little fair outside with all of our collaborations, that is part of visual merchandising. Display is visual and artistic aspects, which will hit the groups of customers. This is when you hit a target, and we're hitting the Gen Z target, meaning that we have to make all our product placement have to do with soccer. We could draw soccer balls on everything. We can have player cardboard cutouts. You could have everything hitting this specific group. While visual merchandising is a greater, broader spectrum, display is more specific, and it tries to hit everyone and all the demographics specifically. And finally, factors that influence customer client buying behavior. I'm going to talk a little bit about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is the basic idea that some things are more important than others, meaning at the bottom, you need food, water, medicine, anything for emergency, you need safety. All these things will take priority before they get the soccer and before they get the pumps. So we're gonna advertise our food, our safety, our power drinks, everything that I talked about in the stock in the beginning first, and then we're gonna advertise the soccer items after they have gotten their water, their medicine, their food, anything they need to heal up. Motivation, perception, learning, environment factors, socioeconomic factors, they all influence buying behavior. And as well as this, supply and demand is important. Obviously, the supply is going to be very high as shown in our stock part of this presentation, but the demand is going to be even higher. This is going to be one of the closest convenience stores, and it's important that we have everything and get to the customer's needs. If we build a better clientele and a word of mouth, this will not only help us with this weekend, but later. In conclusion, the main thing, if you're going to take away anything from this presentation, it would be collaborate. Collaborate with delis, medics, the Summit Soccer Program, everyone. Make sure we hit all the target demographics, specifically the Gen Z soccer players. We have to make sure we hit all utilities, time, place, form, possession. We have to plan our stock. We have to make sure we account for the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, motivation, and make sure we place our merchandising in a great place for greater impact. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you may email me at blevine22@roslynschools.org. Thank you, and I really hope you implement these plans.